Well, two judges have told the Trump administration that they cannot freeze federal aid. They cannot shrink the size of the government. One was D.C. Judge Lauren Aiken, and the other is Judge Amir Ali. Both, are you surprised, are Biden appointees. Well, now Elon Musk has raised the issue of impeaching corrupt judges in response to this because the president of El Salvador, President Bukele, has said, this is what we do. You can do it our way if you want. Is that a bridge too far? What are we to make of that? Well, Lionel is joining us right now from the Lionel Nation YouTube channel. He's a former prosecutor and the fieriest constitutionalist that we can find on the internet.
That's I prefer feisty.
Feistiest? Yeah, so he's going to show us the way. Lionel, what are we to make of this? Oh,
Natalie,
we don't
your
hear
glasses,
you.
Oh, there we
now
go.
Now we hear
you. Now we hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, my glasses are
I unmuted. By the way, your glasses, that was just a joke. First and foremost, I love when I get the email or the text from you saying, can you believe it? Son of a... And I'm thinking, take it easy. Take it easy.
You know her very well, yeah.
Oh, my God.
You need to block me.
Yeah.
Clayton, Clayton, I'm thinking a sedative for you. Anyway, so I sent you, I happened to do some research today, and I found some wonderful pieces of, I think it was John Kennedy, the senator, and Josh Hawley interviewing Judge Ali Khan. This is Lauren Ali Khan and Amir Ali. They're not related. And you've got to hear this snide. Oh, just no, so you asked the question: Are they activist judges? Yes.
Clearly.
What are you talking about?
Sound? Do we have some sound of John Kennedy? Do we have that? Can we play?
I didn't bring it.
Okay.
I apologize,
but
sorry.
Well, let me just do it for you. It went something like this. Now, Judge, are you a communist? I mean, I love, he's funny, it's like, if ever Hee Haw comes back, he'll be like, Foghorn Leghorn or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, it goes to this. Let me see if I can explain this to you. This is just a temporary restraining order. It's an injunction. Don't worry. They're just saying you can't shut down $1 billion. I think Judge Ali Khan said it was unconscionable. It's ridiculous. How are they supposed to read through this? I never heard so much concern over people being inconvenienced by being paid for what amounts to illegal, improper funding. Do you find folks remember a guy named Bernie Madoff?
Yeah.
They shut it down like that. They said this is a fraudulent transfer. Any money you have, you were going to claw it back. But we're a pension. We don't care whether you're a pension. You don't deserve the money. That's it. But for some reason, USAID, oh, no, we have to be careful. Oh, Lord, we can't let these people be inconvenienced. So anyway, to make a long story short, the bottom line is this is temporary. And President Trump says, I know what's happening, because this is the most incredible. Now, may I give you folks a couple of pieces of irony, which I love. And this is kind of related. MSDNC has this new thing, basically, where they're basically firing everybody who's there. Rachel Maddow's producers, Joy Reid, this and that, the cleaning lady. Everybody's getting pink slipped, fired, get the hell out of here. That's the way it goes. They then turn around and say, I can't believe the fine people that USA do. How does this president shut down?
Make that.
You know what, canned the entire group. The hypocrisy. By the way, the same people who, just as an aside, said, how in the hell does Elon Musk go to a cabinet meeting when Jill Biden conducted one? I have to get that out. So this is why I'm losing my mind.
Do you think, Lionel, that these, like the media organizations we know from USAID, were making all this money, all these kickbacks? Yes. Now that the government teat has dried up, suddenly they're having to lay people off, like all these big contracts, like Joy Reid. It's amazing how this is happening.
I'll never forget. Years ago, there was this thing. It was a funny. There was a friend of mine had all these oak trees, and he chopped a root. And this arborist or somebody said, "You got to remember, if you cut a root here, it might be that tree way over there. So when you cut off USAID, all of a sudden you find out, hey, this studio closed up. Hey, where's Rob Reiner? No, I'm serious. Where's Rob Reiner? Where's Robert De Niro? Where are these people? You mean to tell me these media organizations, these blogs, these folks, these studios, Politico, New York Times, maybe, just maybe, USAID and that iteration of monies, maybe it just laid the groundwork for this entire propaganda unit. You know, years ago, while we're on the subject, there was this fellow, you might have known him, you youngsters. His name was Moby, or he still is. He's that bald-headed feller. It's my John Kennedy. Well, he reported how in 2016 or 2017, or right around there, the CIA came to him and said, you know, we'd like to use your social media platform because you're very popular. They have been involved in this forever. So we're going to find out.
Wait. But his music was used in the Bourne Identity.
The Bourne films.
Yeah.
Which is like anti-CIA.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Not at all. That did more. Let me tell you something. This was a psyop. This goes, remember Tom Clancy?
Oh,
this
so
was
good
all
recruitment
psyop
effort.
stuff. This is all. This is all. Anyway, so what's happening right now is, well, let's just go back to this. As far as activist judges, we're here in New York, okay? Now, we have a guy, Eric Adams, who is our mayor, who is basically retarded. But he is, for whatever reason, he has aligned himself, apparently, with President Trump. They've gone to him and said, now, listen, Tom Homan was on a show and said, you better, you know the way Tom Homan speaks, you better understand something. If you don't do what I say, I'm going to come back here and crop your ass. Now, this is on TV. And the mayor says, okay, Tom. So anyway, to make a long story short, the DOJ filed a motion to dismiss. There's a rule called, I think we talked about this. There's a 48A rule. Make a long story short, this federal judge, normally Judge Ho would say, I don't give a damn whether you want to dismiss it. I've got cases out there. Fine, one less case for me to offer. It's your case, DOJ. If you want to dismiss this against Eric Adams, that's fine. What did he do? Oh, no. I'm going to make sure everything's on the up and up. I'm going to hire basically an amicus, kind of a friend of the court, so to speak, to make sure everything's on the up and up. To dismiss a case? Now, if this was Trump, no problem. This is, now, you're not going to impeach these people. You're not going to go back, and they haven't broken the law.
Who are they answering to? Who are they answering to, these activist judges? I mean, are they answering to the DNC? The Senate? Senators are calling them up and say, hey, Judge, put a block to this.
The Senate's in charge of everything. You know, the Senate, remember, years ago, they create basically the entire court system. There was a time years ago when the Supreme Court tried cases. I mean, this is all evolved. My friends, this is one of the beauties of this balance of power. You mentioned Israel in the prior guest. You know, they have basically two tiers, the Netanyahu and the Supreme Court. And that's it. We have so many layers. The House can, and I love it. The House can overrule the Senate. The president can veto this when you've got the voters. So we have such a balance. Sometimes our balance of power is so great, we have these morons and these people who are in there. But I want you to go back and listen to this. There used to be, let me tell you this fiction. I like the way they say, you know, it's federal judges are the best because, you see, they're appointed for life and they don't have to worry about running, and they're the purest form of nonsense. If you get some idiot, you've got him for life. It's like herpes. They may calm down for a while, but they're there forever. Give me sometimes a judge who is elected who says, I can't do this. This is nuts. I'll never get reelected again. I kind of like that, but we're stuck with that. But here is the thing. What the president is doing, and this is the political, every single day, and I'm sure you folks are doing the same thing. Do you remember because you've been in the business, I think we've all been, where sometimes you got a slow day, and you may say, Clayton, what the hell are we going to talk about? I don't know. Can we, you want to rehash
Not anymore.
this? Are you kidding? It's like, as I'm talking, it's coming down. There's Elon, there's this, oh my God. And this is,
we're waiting on Epstein files.
It's a month. It's a month.
Okay, but
can I say something about Epstein when you get a chance? Please call me back for that one. Go ahead.
Okay, yes.
We'll do a whole separate thing.
But I do want to circle back to this, though, because what you've been saying repeatedly every time I hysterically text you, which, yes, you should block me, is this is a roadblock. The Trump administration is going to keep going. This will not stop the effort to shrink the federal government and the deficit and all of those things. Right. But what of this idea that Elon Musk put forward of, yes, we must impeach judges to save democracy? That's a little scary. What do you think of that?
It's a waste of time. Impeach me. First of all, anybody, you want to get together, you're going to, we don't have enough time to do this. You're going to get, you need 51 whatever votes to impeach. High crimes and misdemeanors. What did he do? He didn't do anything wrong. Listen, you can, if you or Clayton wanted to be a judge, a federal judge, you could go so far. You could be crazy. We had a case, we had the Supreme Court Justice, William O. Douglas, who came up with the notion of privacy in the Griswold case regarding contraception. That was certifiably insane. That was okay. He didn't take money. He was just crazy. You could be crazy. You could be stupid. Did Justice Taney and Dred Scott get impeached? No. You make stupid. Put it this way. We are a country where we had Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson or Jackson. Anyway, when they ask her, can you define what a woman is? Now listen to this. Can you define what a woman is? And she has a daughter or two. I don't know what she refers to them. She says, I can't define that. She should have been impeached before she even got in there. It's like, you're an idiot. So anyway, that was okay. You don't know what a woman is? So listen, my friends, it's like, I hate to say it. May you never involve yourself in the case of medical negligence or medical malpractice. You will not believe how much doctors can screw you up and still not depart within the reasonable bounds of medical certainty. I mean, there is an art form. You can commit, judicial malpractice, medical malpractice, and not be removed. But what I'm saying is, either way, President Trump is saying, that's okay, we'll wait. I never believed, going back to USAID, that this, for the longest time, this was the taproot of the corruption, that all of the money. Now you know where these people were getting their money from. Now you know where Samantha Power, when she's making $30 million from what? And by the way, remember Samantha Power's husband, remember Cass Sunstein, cognitive infiltration. This guy's sick. They have had these lunatics from day one. Now you know why these Hollywood types have been living high on the hog. They haven't had a film since the 80s. You're going to find out a level of corruption where, and we'll call it USAID, but this funding source funded everything. Everything. Okay. Joe Biden.
Yeah.
One more
All right.
thing.
Well, there's
the best thing about you is like when you have on your phone, I'm not taking your calls. You have the little half moon. You call me. You get me upset. Oh, yeah, you do that all the time.
See, you fired him up.
Okay.
You fired him up. We want to thank Lionel from Lionel Nation. I'm going to put you through
on my contacts that can text me around the clock.
We want to thank Lionel from Lionel Nation. He's the author of the book.
That's me.
To make a long story short, that's his new book. And
all right, Lionel,
great to see you as always.
Very good.
Like that. If you ever write a book, that's going to be the next book.
No, it's very simple. It's called Make Way for Mr. Nobody. It's coming out, and by the way, there's a starring part in there for you, my friend. So don't worry about that.
Love it.
Love it. And our chat room loves you, by the way. We
that's
love
my Eric
the energy.
Swalwell imitation. Sorry. Excuse me.
All right. Well,
Lionel, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right. We have more news to get to.